And we're back from the longest commercial break you've ever seen in your life. My name is CHRVNS, this is
Morgan.
And this is Shut Up and Listen. Welcome back. We are here with two very good friends, two very good positive community members. We have parts of Black Noise, Cash McCLANE, and OG Neeks. How y'all feeling today, man? What's going on?
Good. Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Loosen up a little bit.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's a long time coming.
Be here. We're in your space. We're in your record shop, right?
Yeah, thanks for being here. Made it easy for me.
Made the commute.
Roll the B-roll at this point. Man, I swear, man, you got some of the best records in this building.
Oh.
You know, it's just organized so correctly. You can always find exactly what you're looking for. Especially that $10 was the mystery box.
$10 mystery box.
$10 mystery box, man. I'm trying to get one of those. I know that's samples galore. Samples galore.
Oh yeah. Shameless self-plug right there.
I know that for sure.
Yeah.
So let's really dive into what we're here for. To talk about you guys and what you've been doing. Cash, you just had your album release. What is it, a month now that it's been out?
3 days, almost close.
Just came up on 2 months. Actually.
2 months?
Just about in like 2 days.
Time's flying by.
It's not my album. It's our album.
Has it been 2 months already?
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
You didn't even.
It was June, wasn't it? It was June.
You said no cursing within the first 30 seconds.
That's okay. Hey, shit, it was June.
You guys
I think we made it past.
Yeah, man. Just about 2 months of Been Dusty. Pretty magical, pretty cool. First official debut. Got to do it with my good friend, fucking master producer.
Yeah, don't let me hanging, dog.
Oh shit.
Leave him hanging on camera. That's embarrassing.
But yeah. I mean, can't really complain. People seem to really like the album. Got to put all my friends on there. Kind of ran like a gang night, like just everyone kicking it.
You had your
whole
whole
time.
album release party with everyone.
Yeah, got to see like 40 people wearing my shirt. Got to hug my mom.
Not your shirt, your face.
Yeah, it was there.
I will say that shirt is right by the front door.
Hey, Jay, can we get one of the shirts? Hey, just pass one real quick. We just gotta put it in front of the camera.
Every
real quick.
time I open the door, that thing is fucking staring at me in the face. It freaks me out every
This
time.
is the security guard.
Every time I walk in, it's staring at me in the face.
Yeah, you should buy one though.
Yeah, you should buy one. $25, medium to XL or triple XL. I don't know what we have
It's
left.
the latest fashion.
Yeah.
Supreme Dead, Bape Dead is Been Dusty on your your chest.
Yeah. Balenciaga is out. Off-white.
No chunkies.
It's the cap
So,
shirts.
all right, but let's get it.
And we're back to the
It
actual
turned into a
questions.
commercial, man. I love it. But all right, let's talk about it, man. So like, we'll start with you real quick. So with that album coming out about 2 months ago, for making music, for how long have you been making music in general?
I don't know. I wrote my first verse probably 2017 when I was 17. So 6 years probably.
Everybody heard that. You know when his birth year is now. But with that, how does it feel? Like, what was the steps, or how did you know it was going to be different? Like finding the folks, or just finding what was the change in your music where you was like, okay, now this is something different?
I don't know. I mean, everything was just YouTube beats, like Earl Sweatshirt type beat. Like type beats and stuff, and it was it was fun. I was just making music, Apple headphones music. You know how a lot of rappers I feel start nowadays.
You talking about beats?
Talking about
Because the bass is way too loud.
raps. Just
Sorry,
raps,
Apple.
just writing raps and
No, how you recorded it too is even through an
Apple
AirPod or
headphones.
whatever.
That's what I meant.
Oh, okay, with the actual wire. That's
Which
all
I
use
think
now.
is a lot of people do. Is that's a way to start nowadays. Is you got apps and stuff that are there's an app, BandLab is free, and I recommend if you don't know how to record music, you tap in on BandLab because you can just plug in and you can make music, and that at least gives you something to do. But to get back to the question, sorry, I got distracted.
No, that's exactly what we're talking about.
But this one was different because I never been in a studio setting with someone who's actually putting in the effort to make beats to suit what I'm doing, and I couldn't have asked for a better person to be in the studio with. It was crazy to be. It felt like real hip hop, man. It was I was watching freaking vinyls get sampled instantly.
It is.
It was we would just kick it, and then it would be a beat. I'd write a song, and that's pretty much how Been Dusty happened. It was just beat, song, that's it.
Because I was there for a couple, I do got to bring up what's that rule of third? It's that rule of third. Go ahead, talk about the
Third
rule
take
of third.
Jake, bro.
Third take Jake, that's what it is.
Nico always hits it on the third beat, no matter what. Even if you liked the first one, he get mad enough that he's like, "Nah, we're done." I'm like, "Bro, I had a verse. I had a verse."
Every time, bro. Say, nah, this ain't. It's not even that everybody else doesn't like it. It's just you get to a point, you're like, because I've seen it personally.
I
Yeah.
think we've all seen that.
Everybody's chilling. Everybody's like, okay, well, everybody's writing. Nah, this ain't it, Chief. Goes to the everybody like, whoa.
Everyone has half a song written.
But-
and you're like,
but-
nope, new one.
To be fair, he had a vision because I think for the most part, most of the beats on the album are probably the third beat of that session, and the album's what it is, and it's fucking awesome. So, yeah.
And so you've had a few chances to perform it so far already. Getting it out there, getting to show the world your
Yeah.
Your
It's been fun, man.
whole album.
It's been fun, man. I mean, I'm still figuring out what like live shows feels like, but
Is it scary? Is it scary to share your art with the world?
sometimes I think there's certain songs where it's like you're kind of relaying certain emotions and stuff that you like don't necessarily want to feel again, or maybe don't really don't know how people would respond to them. But you always have that. I mean, everything that you do that's worthwhile, you're gonna be a little scared doing. So what's the point if you're not a little frightened?
Real one.
For
It's
real.
always rewarding in the long run.
Yeah.
And that's what matters.
And I think a good thing is too, like with you doing all the shows and whatnot, the more you perform the songs, the more that they'll create new meanings. Whether it's somebody in the crowd creating a new meaning for it, or you like even you just rapping in a certain way gives it a whole new feeling to it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yo, have you felt that already?
Oh yeah. Like
That's a beautiful thing.
I've had friends be like, "Hey, like I kind of just realized that like the whole last half of the album kind of feel like you were just at the bar kicking it for those 3 songs, and now you walking home." They got to experience the Irish goodbye.
The classic Irish goodbye.
I mean,
It's a classic.
to be fair though, it's not just mine. I want to hear it. What you doing?
Oh, don't get me started, bro. I got
Come on, man.
I
Come
got
on,
some
man.
digging to do.
Oh no. Oh no.
Everybody,
Oh god.
my boy Nico, aka Clefto, oh FKA Clefto,
Yep.
aka OG Neeks.
Get it right. Get it right.
Get it right, say it twice, put some respect on his name. Put some ketchup and some mustard in that bun too.
A little stone ground, maybe some Dijon.
Nico, talk to us, baby. How you living?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you guys for having me. I'm chilling. We're in the shop right now. In the
Thank you
fucking
for we in sanctuary.
in the sanctuary, just holding it down like a normal day that we normally would, just kicking it.
Honey, so all right, we 2 months in. Let's continue. 2 months in. How do you feel now?
Oh, about the album? Man, I didn't even know it's been 2 months, but to be honest, it's been amazing. I mean, I'm really happy with the album and the product that we put out, and to see the reception that we've gotten from it's just been amazing. I mean, like Cash said, this is the first project that I had, just cooking it like with one particular person, where we really just tried to cook something together and just cook a complete project, like a concept album. I guess it's not really a concept album, but it's really
It
just
came
a work.
together it felt like it came together as a concept though.
Right. We just really tried to cook something together as a work and just make it a complete body of work and start it from finish to end. And I'm really stoked on it. Reception's been good, and the album turned out proper, so I'm happy.
I am too, man. I love it. I love it, bro.
Thanks. You helped a lot with
You all in
it.
there. You all in there.
Yeah.
Fun
But
fact.
also, it's not the first one this year though for you.
Yeah, I was like, you've had. How many have you been a part of this year?
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I did I did this album Bright Ideas with my homie Estimate. We put that out in
Sickest
that-
music video too.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to Walking Distance. We did that in January, and then we put this one out in June. So 6 months later, I dropped another
He
one.
said he's on a 6-month rotation right now. I like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap up the third project for the year, hopefully, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see.
Random side story. I remember when Bright Ideas was coming out. We were here in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
We were kicking it, and you showed us the final master track list, and we
Yeah,
listened to
yeah.
it like front to back. And then we dipped, and we'd all been doing what we do in the studio, you know, drinking a little bit, kicking it. We did, and both of us sat there almost in tears, thinking, like, we wanted to scrap every music we've been doing because the
Oh
shit
my
was
God.
so.
It was
clean.
actually no.
like it was legitimately like, oh, I'm done for a second.
That's a good thing for me, honestly. That means we did the right thing, I guess. That means we made a good record,
It's
I
so
guess.
it's so clean and so concise and like estimate.
Thank you, man.
Came
Thank
through
you.
all the way. The production's insane. It's fire, man.
See, our
ideas.
Our albums were very different because me and Estimate's album was like a compilation of like 6 years worth of music. It wasn't like 6 years of consistent work, but it was just like 6 years of tracks that we like that fit in a project, you know. Like me and Estimate like go way back. That's my boy, and we've been making music for a long time. So we just had a bunch of stuff like that we made throughout the pandemic that we felt we had enough for a record. So that's just what came of it, you know.
It's crazy. It goes together so well. You wouldn't have thought it was so spread out.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a long time, and it's probably not something I'd want to do again with a project, just because it's, you know, it was a lot of work just trying to put 6 years worth of work together and make it feel like a synonymous, continuous project. Yeah, but I'm really stoked about it. I'm stoked we got to do something because that's like my day one homie. He's one of the dudes that like was the founding members of the label, you know, so.
And you know what? It's funny you bring up day one. So I know y'all both come from South, and not the South, but like more like Seattle area, Issaquah. Yeah, this I found out right before the interview.
Yeah, he definitely didn't just ask me where I was from right before the interview.
Hey, you gotta do your research, bro. You gotta do your research.
He'll tell you when you gotta do the research. You just gotta do it.
And now look at us. We're killing it. Damn.
It's like we've known the whole time.
Yeah,
when did you first move out to Bellingham? What brought you up?
I moved up here for school in 2014. I went to Western. I transferred as I did a transfer degree, so I transferred from Bellevue College essentially, and just did my associates.
Damn, you're educated.
Educated, baby, make some noise.
Yeah.
Everybody, go to school, stay in school, drink water, eat your vegetables.
Shout out education, man.
Education
Yeah, I moved up
connection.
here in 2014, and I graduated in 2016, and I'm just another one of those people that never left.
I've heard that story many times. Actually, I think producer AJ, you can confirm. I know Morgan can confirm. We've at least had 3 people on this podcast say the same thing.
I feel like everyone we've
I was
had.
assuming you had more. You only had 3.
I was like, I'm pretty sure every
We're
person
about
we've
6
had.
deep right now, so we're 50%, like,
Yeah.
50% range. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that just end up not leaving.
And so, and you came from Seattle, so that's not. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep.
And so you guys have been performing and doing music for a while. What would you say is like the biggest difference from your first show and doing that compared to the shows, like doing a show now?
I mean, for me, my first show was at Schweinhaus.
I still never got booked there, man.
I mean,
Schweinhaus
my
told me.
first show.
Was that your first show?
Yeah, my first show was at Schweinhaus like a year.
I think
and a
we
half ago,
we
like
met
2
the day
years
before
ago.
that, or that day, or something.
Around
Hold on,
that,
tell us
yeah.
about this. Tell us about it. Tell us.
Well, I knew the homie Gabe, right?
It was the
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, shout out Gabe one time. Shout out Gabe.
Yeah, shout out Gabe. I knew Gabe, and he was the homie. I bought some records from him or something, and then you guys were doing a show like a week
that your
after.
record?
Uh-huh.
No, I was buying
Nah,
records
nah,
from
nah,
him.
nah.
He was selling a bunch of records or something. That's like when we just opened up the store. So I was buying a bunch of like drum and bass and electronic records from him. And he had a show with you. And then I heard the single you guys put out. I'm like, this Cash dude's fire, bro. So we met that night, and then I was like, we should work. And then I think we started hooking up after that.
Nah, because we met. We were
He
like.
said he lying, bro. Let me tell the story right. Let me tell the story right now. Hold on.
He like 30. He getting up there. Like I got.
I don't remember shit, honestly.
Hey, 30's the new 20, folks. Don't ever let them chat. Don't let them.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Don't let these 23-year-old kids tell you you're old.
They don't even know what the world
30.
is yet.
Well, we
30
met,
is the new 20.
and then we kept like we were on like dap up terms, you know, like we see each other be like, "Hey, what's good, man? How you doing? Good to see you again." But then we ran into the JPEG Mafia Z Loopers show at Wild Buff, and then we were like, "Hey, let's cook." And then,
I think you got it off.
Literally, like
I
that.
think you're
literally,
wrong.
that week we ended up getting in the studio and we made freaking Mighty Flip. I swear.
Oh,
to God.
really?
I swear to
Damn.
God.
So, hey.
I don't think he's right, but okay,
I
we can
think
run
that's
with that.
true.
Both got Alzheimer's?
I don't think that's right.
Check this out. Just listen. Hey, everybody that is out there right now, I'm going to have AJ or somebody. AJ, Jake, you got me. I'm going to put a poll right here.
How did we meet?
Who said the right story? Was it Nico or was it Cash?
What
Let
was
us know.
Neither.
And we'll let you know in the next episode who actually told the real story.
He was right on how we met, but I was right on how we actually got in the lab.
Nah, he backtracking. So, hey,
Yeah.
click the poll. Click the poll.
Yeah. I think
well,
neither of us are right, really, honestly.
I'm hearing us talk about a lot of firsts.
Yeah.
A lot of firsts.
Oh no.
Nico, you been here how long?
In Bellingham?
Yeah.
Since 2014.
When was that first show?
In Bellingham,
Yeah, we digging now.
I don't even know, honestly. I think it was like a house show at my house, and I feel like that's how I got started with shit.
Where is this at?
So I used to live on 32nd Street,
Right
by
there,
South
right.
Campus.
Yep.
I used to live right by that CHRVNS Sam's.
Oh, we talking about pizza time at?
Pizza time, dude.
Pizza
and
time,
tandoori bites, all that shit.
Comment. Hey, I'm naked. Get a dollar off, bro.
That whole corner, that legendary corner of Bellingham. But I moved here in 2014, and then I've been into making beats for like a few years prior to that. I started making beats when I graduated from high school, like in 2010, 2011. So I just came up here and I was like looking for a beat scene or looking for people that were like into the same shit. And I didn't really feel like there was a lot of that, so we just started throwing shows at the crib on 32nd Street. And I think that's really where I got my start doing like hip hop stuff in Bellingham. It was like we just like would do DIY shows, and I would just like meet like-minded people, and we would just have beat makers come through. But it was just like a show that we would do at our house.
Well, how did that work? So I got a double question, I guess. A, how did you start making your beats? Because I'm always interested in seeing how somebody started, like what program or what song, like hardware you're using.
Yeah.
As well as B, how did you find, like, was it, I'm going to guess school, but it may be a different answer than how you met the people that you ended up working with to, like, create a community as such.
Yeah. Well, I always grew up loving music and making music. I played guitar and bass when I was a kid, and I was just, like, into punk. And
I heard you was a punk kid.
I used to be into punk and hardcore and shit. I mean, that's, like, what I grew up, like, really falling in love with. Like, punk, metal, and hardcore. And I think that whole, like, punk DIY scene really like instilled in me like what the music scene should be, because it was just like all about all ages and inclusivity and just like less barriers to entry. Like the whole like beautiful thing about DIY to me was just the fact that like it's just any average person just doing some shit with whatever you have, and that's really what set the foundation for me like falling in love with music, was just like being a punk kid, I think, when I was young. But like when I graduated high school, I was playing in a band, and I just like wanted to continue making music, and I liked hip hop.
Wait, pause. You gonna skip over that. You're in a band. Tell us about the band, man.
I was in a couple bands growing up. I mean, none of them were that tight, but like I was like in a little indie rock band, kind of like, I don't know. Some of it was like post rock, like indie shit, and then I was in like a little fucking reggae band for a little bit in middle school with my homies and shit.
Imagine Nico with dreads.
Dude, exactly. I didn't have dreads, but I played bass in that band.
I think you could. Nah. I'm quiet.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be able to.
We'll be right back after these messages.
This episode is brought to you by Black Noise Records, located downtown off Bay Street. They pay top prices for records in Bellingham and the greater Bellingham area. Cash and store credit. Go get 10% off your next record purchase when you tell the cashier you've listened to Shut Up and Listen podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Binary Recording Studios, located where? Right here in Whatcom County. Binary has been in business for 1, 2, 3, I don't even know how long, but they are offering the best and the best and the best of the best video and audio production. So if you're a band and you're looking to record an album, or if you have any other audio recording needs, Binary Recording Studio is going to be where you need to go. My boy Bob, he will set you up. He will make sure that you are set up for what? Success. He gonna make sure that you are good to go.
But yeah, I grew up playing in bands and stuff, just with my friends, just, you know, fucking around really. And then I just wanted to keep making music. So when I graduated high school, making beats was like a way for me to do something completely independently without having to rely on people. And I think I just like went all in after that.
It's basically creating your own world, man. It's just a different feeling.
Yeah, I just like the idea of being able to do something from like start to finish. And just something completed on my own, you know, because it's like relying on people's heart.
It's fulfilling.
You know? Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Now look at you. Still making music with people. Didn't you? Oh, okay.
I can keep going. Y'all bet. So then.
I thought there was a part coming after that.
That was the first. Oh, what was the first show? You
Oh,
didn't
the
say-
first.
yeah.
No, I didn't even answer the question.
Yeah,
that
that's
you
what I
asked
was
me.
like.
I think it was a house show. I think it was a house show at my
Yeah,
house.
he did.
He started at the beginning. He
All right, so speaking of that, then, all right, you do your own at your crib. I wish I could say the same. You know what my first show was?
What?
At a church.
That's dope.
It was dope. It was super hard. I was about to say hell, but you can't say that. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
What did you do at church?
Basically in Georgia, like growing up, like there was not the scene up here in Bellingham is so dope, and I'm extremely grateful to be up here, and it's amazing to see how many DIY things like actually pop off. Like here, Seattle, just all over Washington.
Yeah.
Down there, it's not a thing. At least I could not find it.
In Georgia?
Yeah.
Damn, that's
so with
surprising.
what it
Christian
was.
rap.
My boy John, he lived across the street from me.
Shout out
We
John,
ended up-
bro.
Shout out
Shout out
John. Mighty Sanchez.
Sanchez, bro.
I don't know, John.
But yeah, no, he's one of my best friends of all time, man. And basically, he was a Christian rapper. I was, I guess, a regular rapper. And he was like, "Hey,
A
bro, I'm doing it."
satanic rapper.
He's like, "Hey, relax, so pause." Hey, pause.
Don't ruin the friendship, bro.
No, I'm just kidding. Shout out Jesus.
No, he was doing all these shows, bro. I was like, all I want to do is perform. I want to be able to like share it with people. And instead of people, I mean, yeah, it was great. People put my songs on their MySpace page. You remember that?
Yo, yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah.
No.
Fuck yeah. This
Okay,
kid's
child.
23, bro. He doesn't know
He
anything.
just turned 21 yesterday. Don't worry about
He's
it.
never even been on
But, bruh,
MySpace.
I remember, like, you remember going to somebody's page and seeing your thing on they like, you open somebody's page and your song playing? That was
Yes,
the best
yes,
feeling in the world. I don't care. That was the best feeling in the world, folks. But, hey, I could never
Bring
perform.
MySpace back.
Yeah.
Bring my
sure.
Hey, Justin Timberlake, you fumbled the bag.
What does he have to do with MySpace?
He
bought
owns
it,
MySpace.
he
MySpace still
bought it out.
exists.
What?
It's just not.
Jesus,
MySpace.
I'm not keeping up
They
with
tried
this
it. They
shit.
tried. No, this was back in like 2010,
it's
bro.
been a
This,
thing.
no, not
Damn.
20. No, this is like 2012. I don't know. It's way back when.
I
Don't
had no
listen to my
idea.
timeline, but it was back. Either way, I go to Christian rap. Bro, we tore that church up, bro.
Oh
That
my
was one of the
God.
coolest things ever, bro. I'm saying, everybody just, what's happening? What's up? Jesus loves you. It's true. It's true. Yeah, what do you mean, bro? It
Oh
was,
my
it was just,
God.
it was magical.
That is
It
crazy.
Was, yeah, it's.
I turned up a church. I'm never going to hell.
Anyways.
What was your first show in Bellingham then?
First show in Bellingham, and they flipped the script on us. Okay,
That's
I
what
like
you
this.
asked me. I was like, shit, I can't remember that.
My first show in Bellingham, I will never forget, was the Alaska Boys. I just went up to be a groomsman. She was the bridesmaid.
Oh, the
my boy
Alaska
Thomas,
Boys. Yeah, I met
Thomas's
some of the
wedding.
Alaska Boys.
Try
The
to approach.
PMG.
Yeah.
PMG. So I met them while I was a cashier. And right there, I was like, "What's that mean?" He said, "Oh, we rap." I was like, "Okay, what y'all trying to do after work?" It's not like we trying to fight or something. But it was like, no, we just went. We actually I got off work. We made a couple songs, and then they had a set booked at Makeshift with a bunch of other people, like Scotty Sensei, Pascal, et cetera, Poison Jam, Mac, and they was like, "Yo."
Shout out Poison James.
Shout out all the folks. Shout out Scotty.
I was like, shout him out. Shout him out.
They was like, we like what you do. We'll give you 2 songs at the beginning of the set, and then you just hype us up. I was like, all right, cool. That was the best 2 songs because it's the first time I got to perform my own 2 songs. I'm like, not
Damn.
writing something for something else. And I will never forget that moment.
That was in town?
Yeah, it was a Makeshift.
Oh, that's dope.
It was And then after that, for the next like couple of years, I would always get that 2 songs at the beginning of somebody's set.
Why were they up here, the Alaska Boys?
They used to live here.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
they used
you.
to live
Okay,
here, yeah.
okay.
They're just the Alaska Boys. Jesus.
Cause that's what they did.
Nice. Shout out Makeshift. Classic
For real.
venue.
Hey, no, for real.
Great
All
venue.
talking about all angels, all eagles, all angels.
I mean, all angles too. They
Ages.
do a lot of workshops. and
Actually, all angles too, because as soon as you go downstairs, like all this, like the art going down the stairs, and then you get down there, you have the stage, you have all that. I will never forget. This was so dope, just being on there, have merch back there, homies performing up here, and you can go on that little walk through the little crevice, and then you see everybody's little art galleries and whatnot.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing.
And all the studios back there and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that is just such a community space that's extremely needed.
It's dope. I love it.
It's perfect. I want to come back there one day. I think we should like noise there one day.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
I'll email her right now. So to feed off of that, I guess I'm gonna ask all of you guys this question now that you're wrapped into this interview. From all of the shows that you guys have done and will continue to do so far, do you have like your favorite memory from a specific show or being able to do a show? What is that core memory at this moment for?
I mean, All right, so I mean, there's two right now off the top, and it's like, so Jizza, the first time was crazy because that was my first time rapping in front of a sold out crowd, right? But honestly, that one kind of pays to doing it the second time with all my best friends, like doing it with all my friends here. Like both of these guys right there. We got AJ, Black Skin, the GOAT, the Rhetorician, and the GOAT, and we all got to do it together, and that shit was amazing. Like that's the real
Those
one.
nights are
like,
different. They're different.
Like it's like
Those Black Noise takeovers.
you with your friends, you get the backstage moment where you get hyped up, and then you just go out there and you just like kind of just blur, like everything was kind of
we
a
do
blur
be
after that,
doing
like,
some huddle like football game, like
Yeah, like-
fourth quarter type shit. Like we right behind like
Some Christian rap shit where we all get together and pray right before.
Hey y'all, hey, all right, y'all got this. Fuck it up on 3. 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Rhetorician because he's just kind of looking mad because we're interrupting his breathing exercises.
No, he always tries to get everybody else to do these. He's like, no, come on, guys.
I'm like, bro, I'm chaining my vape real quick. Alone, we built different.
I don't got lungs.
Cash is doing a breathing exercise with the elf bar. Right
And Nico's already out there holding down the fort. Yeah.
He's not even there.
There's nothing better than West Side Gun playing before my white ass walks up there to do a song.
It has to happen. It's a classic series of events right there.
But yeah, no, that for me. That's as far as I can't see everyone, but those are my favorite moments that I've done so far. So
Nico?
Favorite shows? I mean, like those first like fresh produce shows that I did on 32nd Street at the crib. Like those were really like.
First of all, that's a hard name.
Oh, thank you. I feel yeah.
That's a hard name, bro.
Yeah, that's what we call the shows at our crib.
I just
fresh
moved here at that
produce.
time. I didn't know about it.
Yeah, it was like 2014, 2015 maybe. But those were really meaningful to me just because that's like the start of like how I met a lot of the people in the beat scene or like in the hip hop scene here that like helped get Black Noise started and shit. But other than that, like, you know, I got to open up for the Far Side at the Buffalo, which was amazing. And like shows like the Far Side and like the Jizza with you guys and like Souls of Mischief, those are all just like insane to me as somebody who grew up as a hip hop fan, like listening to those dudes in high school countlessly, like endlessly, every day, like
100%.
Wu-Tang, Souls of Mischief, Far Side, like that's the shit I was listening to in high school. So to get to open up for those were like big for me for sure.
No, I tenfold agree with you. Like I think that's a really cool thing about Bellingham in particular. Although it's like it's smack dab between Seattle and Vancouver, two destination spots for tours, right? They do have Bellingham has this ability to give local performers or local artists an opportunity to be on that tour, be a part of a tour.
Right.
And you don't forget it. My first part, Trinidad James. I grew up in Georgia, bro. All go to my chain.
Right.
Oh, I was like, yo, this is really happening.
That's
Mind you, I
legendary,
got
yeah.
10 people in the crowd for my set. But the fact that I was on the same
not what
bill,
that's not
it
what
was
matters, though, yeah.
mind-blowing. And
Yeah.
being able to just watch him afterwards.
Yeah.
It was such a dope thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really cool thing that Bellingham does provide for the artists or just the music community in general.
Right.
So with that, how familiar are you guys? Like, or actually, I don't. This one's just for you mostly. From 2014 to now, what you was you doing shows in 2014?
You were like 12, dude.
I was hey now.
He was in middle school.
I was 14. I was a freshman in high school. Man.
Get it right, get it
Come
right.
on now.
Wait, so from like 2014, right? Because I've seen my chain, like I've seen my perception of how the shows, like either DIY, like just like house shows or venue shows, how they've been like incorporating different people, how that has changed. What is like the biggest and what is the most, I guess, what are the biggest changes that you've seen, and what are the ones that you're like, oh yeah, that was the right move?
As far as shows or
Like house shows and just like the way that the community is coming together and to work together now. Because I know it's always been working together, and I know I'm late to the game, but I'm saying
Yeah.
from your experience, like because you already threw your own house shows back when,
right.
seeing how they do it now, as well as how venues are, and like it's all, I feel like it's all becoming like a symbiotic relationship at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's a little different for me because like I think I came up here in 2014 and I was like a big hip hop head. I was making a lot of beats. I would go to house shows all the time, but there weren't a lot of like hip hop centric shows.
It's very rock based. I mean, it's Washington, bro. What you mean?
Yeah, yeah. So I think for me, like it's changed in the sense that like I don't know. I've just been playing more shows, and I think like our like facet in the scene has like maybe become more legitimized over time. Like we've gotten like good bookings at like places like the Buff or like the Shakedown. But prior to that, like similar to a lot of the house show venues or rock shows in town. I think we were just throwing like DIY shows at the crib, you know. So from 2014 to now, I think like it changed from us doing our own thing to like kind of legitimizing the operation. And
What's the last house show you've been to?
probably the one you played with Jordan at I don't know where that was.
Bluebird on Billy Frank?
It wasn't Bluebird. It was
It was that one.
Lambda?
it was on High
No,
Street.
they had that.
Oh.
They had that deck in the back. We
Oh.
were all there.
Mario's.
Mario.
Yes.
I don't know.
Mario?
No, not
No,
Mario's. Not Mario's.
the-
Not Mario's. This was this year. This was this
the
year.
new one. Noise
Oh,
Lounge.
Noise Lounge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's also like shout out to Noise Lounge as well. I think that's super dope because that's a new like spot coming up, and I see so much growth in there. I already know they're about to
All
take
the
over for a
new-
minute.
Yeah.
New houses.
I think to
doing
answer your question more too, like, I think when I first initially moved up here, I was a little bit more tapped into like the house show scene, and now I don't really
Now
go to
you're
as much
30.
house shows because I'm 30.
Facts.
So the shows I go to, like, I'm usually supporting my friends or just like going to see like bands that I'm personally into, like at the Buff or at the Shakedown. Or
Shout
you
out
know,
actress.
I'm really into like the punk and hardcore scene that's coming up now with bands like Spur. You know, at what is the venue on High Street? Grandma's house, I think.
The ballroom. Shout out the ballroom, bro.
The Ballroom does
is
great. The
Crazy,
Ballroom does great
bro.
shit, but-
Also, Ballroom has been really putting this stuff together very well.
Dude,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
professionals.
So yeah, it's just a random assortment of stuff. Like I'll just go to usually like shows to go see my friends, but occasionally I'll go to a house show like that to go check out a random punk band or whatever, you know.
Yo, real quick, shout out the ballroom though for like the inclusivity stuff, like just like all they're doing with like make sure everyone's welcome, talking about Narcan, all that stuff. Like that's important, man. That's making a safe place for people to enjoy music, and that's very important. So shout out the ballroom.
Ballroom, follow them right now on IG. What's they tag?
I think it's like
The
the
ballroom.
ballroom. I think it's like the
XQ has-
ballroom _XX or something like that.
It has, I'm pretty sure it has a Q in it.
But yeah, the Ballroom is dope. I mean,
Ballroom is no, it's been some of my favorite shows there.
I
like
just love venues like DIY venues like that where it's like all ages, it's inclusive, it's like
Do they still have the swing in the middle?
Nah, they took it down because it
No.
was a safety concern. But you know what else is a safety concern? This man in a pit.
oh no.
No, but I swear, it's like a crazy ass hardcore show, and everyone's running around, and like I don't know, you just look up and you're like, oh, there's Nico again, and he just goes bowling, like running through like a bowling ball, knocking over kids. like,
Yo.
like, bro, you
I
are,
need to edit this part out, dude.
bro, I love
Don't hey. Tell in pure detail. Tell these boys. Tell one of them.
Bro.
Bro, okay, but honestly though, if you want to get the full hardcore experience, if a 30-year-old hardcore
Go to a show
head
with me,
is
yeah.
not gonna knock you down, what's the point?
Dude, it's 30 years of
I swear I saw you hit
aggression,
I swear I
dude.
saw you hit the 300 kick on someone.
I'm a hardcore kid. What can I say, dude? Pit etiquette goes out the door when a good fucking hardcore band comes on, dude.
That part.
I'm crowd killing everybody, dude.
I want to go show Nico.
Beggars can't be
I'll go with
choosers.
Nico,
This is
bro.
not
I don't know.
Chipotle.
He said no Cadoba. So what's next, guys?
I don't know. I saw like Earl did that Doris 10-year anniversary show.
Yo, this dude done texting me every single day about this,
I
bro.
can't wait to do the Ben Dusty 10-year anniversary show at the Blue Room with like 20 people in front of me. That's gonna be magical.
20 people.
I'm gonna be fucking 40.
I'm gonna be 32. Nigga gonna be 42.
I'm gonna be in a wheelchair.
it'll be live. Crevice will roll up and surprise me on a guest. He'll
Jordan's
still-
still gonna be fit as hell.
Jordan,
dude.
He's doing back handsprings onto the stage,
Jordan
bro.
will somehow look younger than everyone.
Yeah.
Somehow, we know how.
Well, we know how because of like taking care of yourself and stuff like that. But like everyone's built different.
Take care of yourself. So, with that, before we sign off here,
Actually, though, that was a joke. Shebang. The whole gang doing shebang.
Labor Day weekend, baby. I see y'all. Hey, tap in. That's one of my favorite festivals in town. I mean, that and Banff. Lookout Corey. It's a great time. Go ahead and tell them, Cash.
I never been there, but I'm gonna rap and stuff. It's gonna be great.
Tell them, baby. Yeah.
Ben Dusty in full effect. You might see the album all the way front to back.
Kick the
So-
ground so it gets real dusty during the set.
Don't worry, I brought all the Dusty with me.
He's just gonna get a blanket and go.
Pig pen. Nah, that's it. That's all I got.
Just making more music, trying to run the store, and just same old thing. Just trying to make music and do shows and
Run a business.
yeah, keep the store up and
It's a proper answer from a 30-year-old.
What that sound like?
yeah, keep trying to do our thing.
And so, do you guys, for everything that you guys have done, your last piece of wisdom, do you have any advice that you'd give to anyone who is starting to make music, just getting into it, or just has been doing it but needs some uplifting words?
I say if you like trying to rap and stuff, I mean, don't stop trying it. Like, record everything, try everything. You got an idea, lay it down, cause like you might go back like 3 years from now and that's not good that's not good anymore and it wasn't it. But you got to put it out there. You got to try something, like, cause like the only way to get better is to keep putting it out and keep doing the same thing over and over again. Cause like you could listen to raps that I made from like 2017, like the first ones, they're terrible. Someone should have told me to quit.
That's
honestly,
subjective.
no.
Now they should have told you to keep going.
But that being said, if you feel like you got something to say, you should say it. That's really all I got.
I think I can piggyback on that. Is that it is good to just like put everything out because people get to grow with you, versus you trying to grow yourself so much and not showing anybody, and then you have like this. Okay, this is where we're at. You want to let them like see that progression and see every single step.
Not even necessarily out. Just make it, do it, like record it, leave it in a vault somewhere. Like do anything. Just always make it.
What
work.
I just said.
Well,
Hey, but I
Nico,
respect
do you
it.
have, do you
I was
have,
just saying-
I respect it.
I was just trying to. I was just
have any
saying.
words of wisdom for the people?
Any words of wisdom if for people looking to make music or people making music currently?
Making music, producing, wants to open their own store, whatever you got of wisdom for the people.
I would just say if you want to make music or you want to open a store, or if you want to do whatever, just be in it for the right reasons. If you really love it, like do what you like. Like follow the music that you like and make that. Don't try and like be the best producer for Wiz Khalifa or West Side Gun or like whoever. It's like focus on being a one of one. Focus on your craft. Focus on really dialing that. And if you keep doing that, and if you're in it for the right reasons and you love it, you'll get far.
That
Do
was
what you love and
wisdom.
everything will follow.
That's it. That part.
This is. On the count of three, everybody do shut up and listen. 1, 2, 3. Shut up and listen. $12.99 at the store right now. Come through and buy yours. What you doing right now? Yeah, man. Cut.
Hello.